Family traditions are very important. Spending time with your family allows for you to bond with one another, allows for you to grow closer to one another. And family bonds, in fact, and not just family bonds, but family traditions are also a critical point in the book, The Joy Luck Club, written by Amy Tan. In fact, we see an example of one of these traditions very early on in the story, actually. I'm going to read an excerpt from the text here. It says, "So we decided to hold parties." This is the main character speaking. "So we decided to hold parties and pretend each week had become the new year." And these parties actually ended up becoming called their Joy Luck parties, because it was in those parties that they could hope to get lucky, and it was the luck. The luck was the only thing they had to bring them joy. And this, in fact, was one of their many family traditions. They used this tradition as a way to forgive people for past wrongs that were done to them just over the last week. Every week they spent time and devoted time to forgiving their hurts. Not every tradition, I think something that we can pull from that is not every tradition has to be annual or yearly or a tradition that you do every 10 years. This family tradition was something they did once a week, and it's still very much so a tradition. And me and my family, for me and my life, we don't have much traditions, I would say, but we do have some here and there, especially around the holidays. We have a lot of traditions, and one of these traditions is every meal at Christmas Eve, we eat sausage and potatoes. And this started actually as my grandmother bringing sausage and potatoes to Christmas Eve, 2 Christmas Eves in a row, completely on accident. Someone called her out on it, and and then by the third year they just expected it, and it just kind of stuck. And now, after her passing, someone else has taken on the role, and then someone else took it on, and it continues and continues. And as our family has changed, obviously our taste buds have also changed. Not all of us like sausage and potatoes anymore. I'm one of the ones that doesn't. It's not my favorite meal. So we kind of have less and less people in our family who actually know my great-grandmother, so the desire to continue the tradition kind of grows less and less throughout the year. Still, though, I know that traditions are important, and we should hold them very close to our hearts and do everything we can to maintain them.